Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we learned how to publish artifacts using Azure DevOps YAML pipeline, but today we are going to take a different route and it's just as important. We are going to use the classic pipeline UI to build and publish artifacts for our .NET application. If you are more comfortable with visual interface or just want to understand both worlds, this one is for you. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's jump right in. If you have been following along, you should already have your Azure DevOps board set up with the Phoenix project we created a few videos back. If no worries, check the link above to get caught up. Today we are creating a classic UI pipeline from scratch. We're going to begin by importing a new Git repository. With the Phoenix project selected, open the drop down and click Import Git repository. Here you'll be asked for a clone URL. For this, we will use the AZ400 demo app project that we have on GitHub. So go ahead and copy the URL. I will leave it in the description below. Once you've added the URL, rename the project from AZ400 demo app to something that fit your purpose. But I will rename it Smart Classic. Then you can click import. Azure DevOps will now bring in all the file and content into a fresh new repository, which we will use to build and test our classic UI pipeline. Okay, so when the import is complete, you should see the project structure and all the files successfully loaded. Now let's head to the pipeline tab and click New Pipeline. This time, we are going to create a classic pipeline. So instead of selecting YAML like we've done before, we will choose the classic editor to create a pipeline without YAML. So click the use the classic editor to create the pipeline. So make sure that your team project, repository, and default branch are all correctly selected. Then click continue. On the next screen, use the search bar to find the .NET Core and select the ASP.NET Core. Click apply and you will be taken to the job configuration. We are going to set the agent specification to Ubuntu latest, which work correctly for the .NET workload. So make sure that your pipeline is using Microsoft hosted agent. We have our parameter set up, our project to test also we don't have it, so we are going to remove the test task for this job. For the step, we will have the restore, the build, and the publish task. Those are all relevant for our app, but since we don't have any test case in this demo, we will not have it. We also keep the publish artifact step, which just like the YAML pipeline, will make sure our output is saved and can be reused in later deployment stage, like deploying to Azure App Service. Once your tasks are set, rename your pipeline to something like a Smart Build Classic. At least that's what I'm going to rename that to, but you can rename it to your wish. Then we can save it. Okay, with that done, now let's configure the trigger. If you remember from our YAML pipeline, we had a trigger for main branch and we were excluding the README path. So we are going to do the same thing here. So head to the trigger tab. And here you will find several options: continuous integration, scheduled, and build completion. We are going with the continuous integration. So we want to enable it, and under the branch filter, leave the main selected. We are going to include main. This means any push to the main branch will trigger the pipeline. We are also going to exclude changes to the README MD file from triggering the build, just like we did with our YAML pipeline. With this complete, click save and queue, and then just click save again to confirm it. Right now the pipeline hasn't started running yet, so we want to go back to the pipeline tab here, and once we are there, we want to click all. And you should see the Smart Build Classic Pipeline listed here. So we want to click Run to manually trigger it. All your setting and parameters are already configured correctly, so you are good to go. By default, the job is named agent job, but feel free to rename it later to something more descriptive. For now, the pipeline is running. We will come back once it's finished and check out the result. Okay, so we are back. If you click into the agent job, you will see that all attacks are completed successfully. That means our restore, build, publish, and artifact publish step all run without issues. We also have our first artifact created, which is exactly what we'll be using in the next video to deploy to an Azure web app. This wraps up our classic pipeline setup. I hope this walkthrough was useful, helpful, and gave you a better understanding of how to build and configure pipeline in the classic UI. But remember, whether you are sticking with classic or migrating to YAML, understanding both tools give you a real flexibility. In the next video, we are going to take this artifact and deploy it to the staging environment, both using classic and YAML pipeline, so you can compare the two. If this was what you expected, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below. If you have any question, I reply to everyone. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Happy building!